All right, included features is probably the most confusing part of what we do, knowing exactly what comes included in the home. Customers often walk in and the first thing they start asking right off the bat is that an upgrade? How much does this cost? How much does that cost? And they just sit there and pepper you with those questions. On the exterior of the home, you have brick all the way around, all four sides. There's a lot of builders that skimp on the brick, and on your back patio and on your front porch areas, instead of doing brick, they do siding, and then they charge you $1,500 to $4,000 to add that brick in the areas we included in. So that's kind of a big deal when you're talking about some of the other builders in any of our neighborhoods that we build in. On the roof, we use a 30-year dimensional shingle or architectural shingle instead of a 3-tab flat shingle. A lot of builders use the flat shingles, or they use a 15 or a 20-year warranty shingle instead of a 30-year warranty shingle like we do.
That's also known as the Heritage?
Yes, that's the Heritage, yep. And then on your windows throughout the home, you have argon-filled, low-E vinyl windows. They're the tilt-in kind for easy cleaning. That is included, and we change brands from time to time. Right now we have Earthwise. We do Owens Corning R32 blown-in ceiling and R13 bats in the walls. The option people have is they can go to a bib insulation. Bib stands for blown-in blanket insulation. That's where we basically put like a visqueen wrap on the inside of the studs, and then we blow dense, extremely dense insulation down into the stud cavities. It makes a much denser insulation, and it doesn't squish down or fall down inside the walls like bat insulation does over time, which decreases your efficiency when people do bat insulation. We include bat though, so anyways, we do a house wrap on the entire exterior. We use DuPont Tyvek house wrap. There's lots of builders who use a knockoff brand house wrap, and they tell the customers, yeah, we use a house wrap. DuPont is the one who actually invented house wrap, and their material is the only material that really works the way that it's supposed to. All the other ones are just knockoff brands because it is a patented technology to have the DuPont Tyvek. So that's a big deal. Then when we start getting to the interior of the home, some of the stuff is like with and upstairs we use our subfloor is Advantech. Part of the reason we use Advantech is because it's got a 50-year warranty to not warp and stuff from getting wet. All right, but let's talk about, we're just going to run through this Pinnacle 2X and look at the included features versus what's here as options. We're standing in the entryway. That front door that you're looking at right there is a $744 front door. It's a knotty alder or wood door, and what you would normally get included would be like a 6-panel, basically steel or fiberglass door. It's an insulated door, and it's just got 6 panels like a colonial style door is, okay? And then it's got a head molding. We don't normally include a head molding. Normally it's just cased out, like this door right over here is cased out. Okay, so normally you would just have this kind of casing around the door. And then also in the entryway, we have a stair railing with wrought iron balusters, okay? And in any of our floor plans where you see it noted on this options pricing sheet, if you see a price there, then that means this is optional and something else is included. So you need to be thinking that anytime you see a price here, it's not an included feature, and you got to figure out what comes included there. So in this, since this is an option, you can tell that we charged $125 a linear foot for this, which that's our price when we're upgrading from a half wall of drywall. So normally this drywall would come down in a half wall, and there would be a painted trim cap on top of it, and that would be what would come included. That's pretty much the same in all of our floor plans that have railing and spindles in them. Okay, so I'm looking at this option pricing sheet, and I don't see any pricing for any option on this ceramic tile, which means if I don't see any price here, then whatever I'm looking at is what comes included. So this is a 16 by 16 ceramic tile, and this is an included tile. So sometimes a customer will say, hey, is that tile, I know you said tile comes included, but is it that tile right there? Well, I would just come here, and if I saw a price for an option on the tile, I'd know that it's not this tile. But since there's no pricing here, then I would say, yes, this is the included tile. And no matter what the question is about what comes included or what's optional, that should always be how you figure it out. You go to the model price breakdown for that home, and if there's a price here, then yes, it's optional. If there's not, then no, that's how it comes included, okay? So let's move to the kitchen, which is where the majority of these options are, okay? Why don't you pause it for 1 second?